Avengers weren't my first family. At some point, we all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. Welcome to the Pixel Pop Movie Podcast. I'm your host this fortnight, Toby. With me this fortnight, I'm joined by the wearing his original comic book costume, Ethan.
Still fits.
And the could be wearing someone else's costume just to throw us off the scent, Lucas.
Definitely wearing Black Widow's outfit.
It's so you. It's so you. It's been 3 weeks. We had a little bit of an extra gap there just because we had some tech issues. My internet was being rubbish and I wanted to wait until we'd upgraded that. And we wanted to wait until we had a bit more news because it was a bit light last week. And then, of course, Super Bowl dropped and now the news is enormous. And it's a real roller coaster. We've got some oof and then we've got some woohoo. So let's dive into that. Oh, topic of conversation this fortnight is Marvel speculation. We're going to try and avoid spoilers, but we're going to sort of talk about what's coming this year, what's coming in the next couple of years, what's coming on the small screen, the big screen, a couple of little hypotheses. Should be fun. Stick around for that. But first, let's do news. Please take us away, Mr. Snots. Ethan.
Well, this is first one starting off with something that Lucas told me about today, that a few websites have picked up, and there's apparently Rick Moranis might be coming out of retirement for the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh.
Yeah, so apparently he's been confirmed he's not going to be in the new Ghostbusters. However, it's very likely that this show will only get made, because it's going to be a series, I think. The series will only get made if he comes back, and apparently he's considering it. There's been no reputable sources that I've seen, but it is kind of trending along Reddit and a few other places. So,
all right, so it's a rumor at this stage. It's not locked in.
Rumor at this stage, but generally where there's smoke, there's fire. At this point, yeah, it's just rumor and innuendo until it becomes something. But yeah, cool. Very interesting because this would be the first thing he's done in what 25 years.
Yeah, a long time.
It's been a long time, so it'd be really cool to see him back.
Next, we have Disney has dropped the Fox name and it'll be rebranded Fox Studios as 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you're going to want to avoid confusion because Fox still exists. You know, you've got Fox News, you've got their sports and all that sort of stuff, and obviously those of us who are alive now when all this happens, sure, we understand it, but younger people growing up, I guess there's confusion. And I suppose, let's just say Fox goes on some political tirade on their Fox News, which they've done before. I guess Disney really wants to disassociate themselves from that, so it's probably a good move.
Next, we have Bad Boys 4 is apparently in the works.
Yeah, Jesus.
And I think the same writer is also writing National Treasure 3 for Disney.
Yeah, so apparently when he finishes writing National Treasure 3, he's going on to Bad Boys 4.
Next, Netflix has tapped Anna Klassen to write Dorothy and Alice, about two iconic heroines.
Oh, yeah, okay, so this is the Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, crossing over with Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
I thought Alice was in Wizard of Oz and Dorothy was in Alice in Wonderland.
Nah.
You're an idiot.
Nah, please stop.
Next, we've got Altered Carbon. Season 2 comes out the 27th of this month.
Yes.
That was a bit of a surprise announcement, wasn't it?
Kind of, yeah. They had like a really short trailer and announced the release date. But I mean, that's a Netflix thing. That's what they do.
Yeah, but
hey, this is coming up now.
Especially like Altered Carbon Season 1 was pretty popular from what I understand.
It was, yeah.
Lots of boobs and bums.
They only dropped it's only 4 weeks between when they drop the trailer and when they're dropping Season 2, right? Normally they stretch it out a bit.
Oh, sometimes they do, yeah.
Yeah,
but this time we've got
Anthony Mackie. Yeah.
As the lead.
Yep.
And Simone Missick, who was in Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Misty Knight, yeah.
Yep. That's the beautiful thing about the tech in this is you can really Doctor Who the shit out of it and just keep it going indefinitely.
Oh, yeah. Next, we have Netflix's Mindhunter has been put on a definite hold because David Finch is pretty busy at the moment.
Yeah, this is really sad.
This is fucked. Ah!
I actually just watched this over Christmas and I really enjoyed it. So I was like,
right?
When I found out that hey,
it's so good. It's so well written and acted.
It's fantastic.
Anyway, it's sad and it pisses me off, but that's business, and I really do hope that we can get back to a season 3 and 4 on this, because I think he had about 4 or 5 seasons originally planned.
5.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to see that. Yeah, it'd be nice to...
What's Fincher working on now that's taken up all
He's
his time?
doing a movie on Netflix called Mank about the writing of Citizen Kane. He's also producing Love, Death and Robots Season 2.
Anyway, let's move on.
Martha Macy May Marlene director. Sean Durkin plots a movie on the Von Erich wrestling family.
So, this is mental. For those that have SBS on demand, if you're a wrestling fan, they have this show called Dark Side of the Ring, and it covers kind of the dark, twisted side of professional wrestling. There's an episode about the death of Bruiser Brody, all the scuttlebutt kind of around these legends and all these stories. However, the one that they did on the Von Erichs, they actually did based around the last surviving Von Erich, and these guys were Texas superheroes at the time in the 70s. Their dad was a wrestling promoter. The three Von Erich boys were promoted to high hell. They ran roughshod all over the country. They were these massive stars. Imagine Hulk Hogan level of fame. And in the space of about, I think it was 2 years, 3 of the 4 sons died. And it's tragic. It's just awful. And it's one of those things that it has the human drama of it that's just made, it's ready to be made into a film. And it's been talked about for a long time that this could happen, but it looks like now it's starting to kind of gain legs and it looks like it could be happening. So this could be awesome. If they're going to continue this whole thing, they wanted to do the Chris Benoit movie. They recently just did the movie about Paige and how she became a WWE wrestler. And this is probably one of the biggest stories that they could do.
Cool.
Next, we have Captain Marvel 2 officially in development for a possible 2022 release date. WandaVision writer Megan McDonnell is to write the script of Captain Marvel, and it'll be set in present day.
Yeah.
And the original 2 directors will not be returning for it.
Yes.
There was a rumor going around about Secret Invasion, right?
Oh, there's been rumors about that for a long time, but we should hold that off for our speculation chat later on.
Yeah, I think I saw something just to kind of, we'll get into it a bit more later, but Captain Marvel 2, I think there was rumor that they were going to be doing Secret Invasion, but obviously the sides would be flipped because of what happened in Captain Marvel. But yeah, it'd be interesting.
Next, we have Disney's Obi-Wan Kenobi series has been shut down. Scripts are being completely rewritten because apparently it's a bit too similar to The Mandalorian.
Big oof for a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people have been waiting for an Obi-Wan movie or TV show and then to sort of get so close and to have it shut down. It's going to be upsetting for a lot of people.
Ewan McGregor says that it hasn't delayed their originally intended release date. They'll still get it out by then, which hasn't been revealed. But I think they said that it'll probably start filming in January next year once all the scripts have been rewritten. Bambi is Disney's next animated movie getting its live-action adaptation.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm kind of loving everything I'm seeing on Twitter about this because they're like, how can you do this live action? Keeping in mind that they just did the Lion King and called that a live action adaptation. Same with the Jungle Book. There was only one human character in that movie and they called it a live action adaptation.
Yeah, but that's probably be easier just to get an actual fucking deer and shoot it and get a baby. Okay, look, it's live action, done.
Yeah.
Why would you shoot a deer, you bastard?
Oh, sorry. Spoilers. I'm sorry for spoiling something.
Yeah. They just shoot.
It was a werewolf. The werewolf got the deer.
Did you mean to shoot a werewolf?
Yeah, that's what it was. And then young little Bambi's scared running away and sees bright lights
and then bites Ethan, and then Ethan becomes a were-Bambi, and he shapeshifts into Bambi erratically.
I'm a were-deer.
Were-deer, yeah.
Were-deer. Oh,
wow.
dear. Wherefore.
Get out of here.
Moving along.
Alright. Next, Howard the Duck and Tigra and Dazzler have both been cancelled from Hulu.
Oof.
But the MODOK and... what was the other one? Hitmonkey, they're still... No, MODOK and Hitmonkey is in development. Howard the Duck got cancelled, Lucas.
Oh, that's right.
But so MODOK and Hitmonkey are still on the cards and being done. They recently revealed the cast for MODOK. Howard the Duck and Tigra and Dazzler are cancelled, which is strange because they had such a plan for all these shows to then leak into one another, so I guess that's gone out the door. Alright, Universal and Blumhouse are developing a new version of The Thing that will adapt the long-lost original novel.
I'm a little torn on this because John Carpenter's The Thing, it's iconic, so... I don't know.
What about the remake prequel?
It was okay. It was okay. Yeah, I've watched both recently.
Yeah, it's a great movie from Mathis Van Hijgen Jr.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm cautious on this one. We'll see. I mean, the original book is different to some degree, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Next we have, I know Toby's excited for
Oh, fuck's sake.
and it's Lethal Weapon 5. Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and original director are ready to return. They're just waiting for someone to say go.
And nobody in the world is going to say go. Nobody.
I mean, it's as if there isn't already like a Lethal Weapon 5 and 6 out there. There is, so what's the point in doing this?
What are you talking about?
He's talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay. Yeah. Nah.
Well, no.
No one wants this.
Resurgence of Bad Boys is probably.
Nobody wants
we
this.
can do this.
Nobody.
People
Even
want
fans
it.
of Lethal Weapon don't want this.
Who doesn't love seeing Mel Gibson on the big screen?
Unless he's going to come back and do Mad Max 4, not interested.
No. Okay. Next we have Marvel's Loki has just gained Owen Wilson in a major role.
This is interesting.
Oh, wow.
Who's he playing?
Tom Hiddleston.
What?
No, I don't know. Nothing's been said.
Alright, but I mean, let's not get too hard in the speculation, but who do you think he might be playing?
I think it's going to be someone that Loki turns into.
Okay, so you think he's actually going to play Loki, sort of in a disguise or something?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you reckon,
And
Lucas?
I base that off purely the fact that Tom Hiddleston does a really, really good Owen Wilson impersonation, so they can do something with that.
Okay.
He can do it like spot on. There's a clip of him on the Graham Norton show doing it, and it's really spot on.
So I'm gonna get into this in speculation because
Alright, I won't push
I'm
you.
not sure, but the something we're going to talk about a bit later with the Loki clip.
Alright.
It's a very
very
interesting Easter egg.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on then.
Now we move on to some trailers. We have Guns Akimbo, starring Daniel Radcliffe, Samara Weaving.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I have just no idea with this movie. I think it's either going to be fucking amazing or absolutely terrible. I don't think it's going to be average at all. I think it's going to be one or the other.
So I'm not going to try and compare it, but I'm getting mad hardcore Henry vibes from it.
I'm getting more hardcore fucking gamer. People seen that with Gerard Butler.
I mean, I get gamer to a point, but like the thing with gamer is that someone else was playing the body.
Yeah.
Right. So like this is more that he's self-aware and has self-control.
That looks batshit crazy. It was all filmed in New Zealand too. Which
Yeah, you know what I'm hoping it's a
Maybe
bit
this.
like is the what was those movies with Jason Statham? He did two of
Crank.
them. Crank, yeah. I'm hoping.
Crank.
You know how crazy those Crank movies are? Like they just don't stop. I'm hoping it's something like that.
It'll be like that, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Next we had a Super Bowl spot for The Invisible Man.
Yeah, I know you're hyped for this film.
Oh man. Oh, that's out this month. I cannot wait to go watch it. Also from the trailers, I don't think he's invisible as well. So I've seen it in the trailers.
Oh, you reckon she's just batshit crazy?
No. I reckon he
He's
hasn't
wearing a
made
suit or something.
Right. Okay, that's okay.
Because
So
there's like a certain scene in the trailer you see like the shimmer of him, and it's like he's got dots all over him, and then like the trailer you linked last podcast, I think it was, which was like a Twitter clip. She pours paint on him, and he looks like a golf ball, with like a whole bunch of dents in him. So I think he's got a suit on that's made him invisible, not actually him.
Yep. Fair enough.
We have A Quiet Place 2 had a Super Bowl spot.
Yeah, I noticed it's got some prequel stuff sort of happening in the trailer, so we're going to
Which is
see.
good.
Yeah, because it'll explain why they don't just live next to a fucking waterfall and where they're getting power from.
Oh, I mean, the one question I had is they're like, oh, these aliens are here, they're doing this. So obviously it's probably going to be some alien races dropped off these as like some ground troops to wipe up the planet before they come back to fucking terraform it or some shit. That's what I assume it's going to be.
I'm assuming it's going to be a load of shit. Anyway, moving
I
on.
might not have insider knowledge on that, but well, no, we'll see. Next we had another trailer for Mulan, the official final trailer.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody cares.
Yeah.
Moving on.
This movie, I think this is going to be the first live-action movie that bombs.
Yeah, we had a trailer for Top Gun Maverick. Who cares?
Yeah, didn't get to see a lot of new footage in there, really, other than you hear Goose's son talking to Maverick, and it's clear that there's plenty of love lost there.
Yep.
Yep.
Next, we had a big game spot for Black Widow.
Yes, which is still
Very
looking
good. Very excited for Alexi 2.
Then we had another trailer for Hunters coming to Amazon Prime on February 21st.
Holy shit. So I must have missed this like when we were talking about it, or I must not have never watched the trailer. But holy shit, this looks good.
It's a miss for me. But...
Oh, I'm 100% in. Like, all I needed to see in it was Al Pacino, but then it also has Logan Lerman in it, and funnily enough, Ted from How I Met Your Mother plays like a porn star looking dude. But they're Nazi hunters in like the 80s, and I'm fully on board for it because it looks violent as fuck. Like, this looks, honestly, this looks like it could be like something to kind of tide people over until The Boys season 2 comes out.
Next we had a No Time to Die TV spot, or big game spot.
Very excited for this too. I honestly think that No Time to Die and Tenet are probably going to be the best movies out this year, just by purely everything I've seen in the advertising.
No. You say that until you've seen the trailer for Skyline 3. But,
fucking hate you.
movie on, we have Minions: The Rise of Gru, big game spot.
This is one that I didn't even know was coming. Like, I'm not a big Despicable Me fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't even know that there was like a Minions sequel coming. Like, the first time that I even knew that a sequel to Minions was in the works was when I saw the trailer for the finished film at the on the Super Bowl. So,
then we also have Adam Sandler has re-signed a deal with Netflix to make 4 more films.
It doesn't surprise me after Uncut Gems or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think it was something like 257 million or something like that. Is how much he got to do these 4 films.
Well, yeah, but his reputation was
exactly.
going down and down and down and down and down, and then Netflix gave him this opportunity.
And this film on Netflix, the ratings for those, like how many people watch his fucking films on Netflix, is ridiculously high.
Yeah, so no, this is good for him, and I mean, I haven't watched Uncut Gems yet, but it got really good reviews. So
well, yeah, it's on Netflix now.
It is. So assuming he's getting some good direction, and hopefully he's veering away from the comedy a little bit more.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, hopefully one of these 4 movies he does isn't his usual, hey, look, I've got Kevin James and David Spade and Chris Rock, we're going to be some dads who have got a dysfunctional fucking family and go on a holiday, but instead I'm going to do an actual, like, dramatic or, like, an action film or some shit. Well, next is some big news.
Happy Gilmore, too.
John Caston has revealed that the writing and production office for the Willow sequel series on Disney Plus is a go.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they've already rolled cameras.
No?
Oh, okay.
No. It's all like writing and like planning and all that sort of stuff. But
it's got the green light. It's in production.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
So is it in production under Lucasfilm?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Because I wasn't sure if they were going to move it across to be a full-fledged Disney thing, or if they were going to keep it under Lucasfilm.
I'd be interested to see if Val is coming back and what's her face, who played Saoirse. I wonder if there are any other cast members returning.
And the guy that played Willow, I can't think of his name.
Davis.
Warwick Davis. Holy shit.
Apart from Warwick Davis, I'm sure he's coming back. I mean, you can't have a show called Willow without Willow.
No, his son's taking over the role for it.
Ah, okay.
It's going to be Willow's son. Who's like a full grown person. He's a little person.
What?
No, I'm talking shit. I don't know.
You are totally talking fucking shit.
What a surprise! Ethan's talking shit.
What?
Hey, you fucking believed for a second.
He's a daikini.
I stayed quiet because
Toby did.
He's a daikini. You see his son in the first movie. He's cute. He's
I
like
don't
a little
remember. I watched it when I was like 7.
So 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing fucking Warwick Davis and fucking Phantom Menace and being like, hey, that's Willow. Because I watched Willow the day before I watched fucking Phantom Menace for the first time. And I'm like, are these two connected? Is that Willow?
Fuck, you're 12.
My mum's like, no, they're not connected, you little shit. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, dear.
Alright, lastly, before we get to the last two... what now?
No, I was going to say, speaking of Lucasfilm, though, as well, I did see, like, 20 minutes ago...
So he heard his name and got excited.
They've confirmed that Indiana Jones 5 is going to be a direct sequel and not a reboot.
Good, but I thought we knew that anyway.
Are we going to get Shia LaBeouf back in a
They officially confirmed it today.
Right, but we're still going to have to wait another 14 years before they actually produce the fucking thing.
Exactly.
Is Shia LaBeouf going to be working for the Nazis, and is he going to like betray his dad and kill him, and then like
No. Shia LaBeouf's actually Willow.
Oh, he's Willow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he really stuck to his motto of just do it, and he fucking did it, alright? Alright, lastly, before I get into the last two trailers, and that is Christopher Gans has announced a new Silent Hill movie and a Fatal Frame movie.
Yes. Yes, so he did the original 2 Silent Hill films. Second one was okay. First one was, I thought, really good. So
Silent Hill Revelations, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm keen, like, with a fresh lick of paint, have another crack at it. I'm interested to I'll definitely watch it. So keen. And Fatal Frame, I know a lot of people were big fans of that.
I hope that with the Silent Hill movie, they bring back Sean Bean and just don't kill him so he doesn't die in the movie.
But then it wouldn't be a Sean Bean movie. He has.
Well, he didn't die in Silent Hill 1 and 2. He stayed alive. He didn't die in either of them.
Yeah, well, he was morbidly depressed, though, so, you know.
I mean, you may as well just be dead at that point. But
yeah, there's
still.
no happy ending for him. Like, I don't think I've ever seen something where at the end he's all, like, happy and smiley and perfectly healthy and fine.
Yeah, I think you're right. A trailer that came out this the other day, which has got me super excited for a fun time at the movie theater. I know me and Lucas are going to go watch this one together. And that is Fast 9.
Holy shit!
Okay,
how good? How much of a? Like, here's the thing, Toby. I know you're gonna
elephant in the room. Elephant in the room.
Hold on.
Wow, that's not very nice. Can you not talk about me like that?
All I'm saying is, I know you're gonna say this movie is shit, but I think it's one of those movies you just go to with some friends, shove a bunch of popcorn in your face, let it go all over the seat, leave the movie theater in a fucking mess, and don't care because you had a fun time watching a stupid fucking movie. You can turn your brain off.
Okay.
Right?
Hang on. Okay, look, I'm gonna overlook the stupidity of, you know, driving my cars off fucking cliffs and all the rest of it, and that's not how anything ever works. Okay, I can suspend my disbelief for certain shenanigans. What I have struggling with is the fact that John Cena is Vin Diesel's fucking biological brother. What the actual fuck?
Is he biological, or was he an adoptive brother? We don't know.
What the fuck?
His parents could have adopted him.
Is this twins too? Is this really just twins too? Is this just
they should have gone Batista. If they were going to go anyone for Dom's brother.
Batista doesn't want to
should have been Batista.
He thinks he's fucking dog shit.
He should have...
well, he's onto something. He's onto something.
He's not. Shut up.
Why didn't they just live next to the waterfall?
What? I did see... I'm not going to lie, though. I did see a good joke saying something along the lines of, like, holy shit, John Cena's been all of these movies. We've just never been able to see him until now.
Fucking hell.
So good.
I stopped watching Fast and Furious after the 40,000 kilometer runway. Like, I just tuned out at that point.
You've got the long ass runway from number 6.
It's as long as a European country or something. It's just
that was fucking amazing.
You know that rope bridge is going to be longer than that runway. You're going to fucking love it.
Oh, I'm not going to love it at all. I'm not going to watch it at all. Just at all.
I'm good all.
If I get angry over the fact that people don't live next to the waterfall, how angry do you think this film's going to make me?
I think you'll be pretty placid in this, to be honest.
I will flamethrower the screen at the
because
cinema.
You're going to see and he's going to have a rope around his tyre flying off, and you're going to be like, he just wanted to do some more D&D shit in this movie.
No. What you can do is you can stop making all this fucking wank and just get back to fucking finish the Riddick thing, and then I don't care what he does.
I know. I want Riddick.
There's more Riddick. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got the script for Riddick Fury, and
hopefully...
Well, hold on. They're going to do one more Fast and Furious movie. They're going to do Fasten Your Seatbelts, and then it'll be done.
Fasten Your Seatbelts.
Yeah.
If that's not what it's called, I'm going to be fucking mad.
But
shit.
They said 10. I mean, this one you've got the usuals. Han's back in there alive somehow, probably because his
actually no. I saw some news today. News today. Vin's actually given a green tick to a female-only spin-off.
Yeah, that's been. He's seen the script for it this month. It's been in development for a while.
Yep. They're gonna milk the shit out of this thing, hey.
You got Han back.
Hang on, did Gal Gadot
She died.
survive.
No, she died. She jumped out of the
But it
plane.
doesn't
Oh,
stop him because Han's back. You can just bring everyone
Exactly.
back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have no idea how the fuck they've done. How the fuck they're going to explain that away?
I told you, they have the rocket car. Han's friend from Japan looks like fucking Marty McFly. They're gonna time travel, go get Han from an alternate dimension, or different part of
The
time.
only way they can
Bring
make
him
this
back.
work is if they do have a fucking time travel machine.
Exactly.
So
You know
the
what? This is
Doctor
gonna be
turns
the
up
most-
in a TARDIS.
No. Even better. This is going to be a Bill and Ted crossover, right? Because what's going to happen is Bill and Ted are going to be playing like on the radio while Stallions and shit. That's going to be our Easter egg. That's our way into this universe. Then they find out that the only way to save the universe and to save Vin Diesel's family, because remember, everything's about family, is that they have to go back in time and save Han in 2005? 6? 5?
What if instead the scriptwriters are just all massive amounts of fucking like mescaline?
No. They're on cocaine if they think that anything in this movie is going to make sense.
No.
Like,
I
they're
mean,
100%
John Cena's
like,
his brother,
sure,
for fuck's sake.
Let's wrap a rickety rope bridge into the axle of a car. They're definitely on cocaine.
See, it's not just me, Ethan. It's not just me. It's
Let's just
terrible.
wrap a rickety rope bridge into the front axle of this car, and then we'll use it like a swing.
Yeah, it won't rip
I'm
the
just
wheel off at
gonna
all.
be disappointed
It's fine.
if
It's gonna break. It's gonna break just in time so that the car gets onto the other.
And then everyone
side.
just flies
And
out the fucking window as the car comes to an abrupt stop midair. Anyway, moving on, because
So,
it's making me angry. It's
hold
making
on.
me angry. Move on.
Hold on.
Nah.
So they're
Nah.
having everyone back. You got Lucas Black as Sean Boswell back from fucking Tokyo Drift. Han's back. I'm gonna fucking riot if Bow Wow isn't in this fucking movie. Okay? If Bow Wow isn't in there,
The only way that
I'm
can
gonna
make this
fucking
movie
riot.
better is if Bow Wow is not in this movie.
yeah. We want to see some fucking drift. We want some Bow Wow, alright?
All right, moving on.
We definitely don't. We definitely don't want.
We don't want to
Bow
see
Wow.
the movie at all. Okay, moving on.
Moving on, topic of conversation.
Yeah. Well, no, and
Are we
the
gonna
last
get to the
trailer.
last trailer?
Okay, yeah. We got the big game, quotation mark, big game spot.
That's what all the
from
spots.
Disney Plus.
That's what all the spots are called.
Yeah, big game.
Yeah.
And we got clips of Falcon and Winter Soldier, we got clips of WandaVision, and a short clip of Loki.
Yeah.
So, to break this down, how much stronger has Sam got? The fact that he can throw that shield into a tree and kind of get halfway through it.
No, I don't think he's physically strong. I mean, vibranium is light. It's meant to be very light and very strong. So
Well, vibranium is the most durable metal on the planet.
Yeah.
However, the only reason the shield was as powerful as it was because it had a super soldier throwing it.
No, I don't think it matters.
If you look at Bucky, right? So Bucky actually has to throw the arm with his shield to get kind of the same power, and he's got a fucking robot arm. So the fact that Sam can like bury this shield halfway into a tree means either he's super soldier, or he's been training like crazy and he's somehow managed to match strength.
Well, here's
With-
one to blow your noodle. Is he trying to hit the tree and lodge it, or is he trying to bounce it off the tree like the captain did and he's fucking up?
Oh, maybe.
But what about when Black Widow picked up the shield in Age of Ultron and threw it to Cap? She thought like it was nothing, and Cap still caught it and everything was fine.
Yeah, but she wasn't throwing it at someone to damage them. She
I
was
don't
basically...
think you have to be strong.
No. So I'm talking about. So she just essentially.
I know what you're saying.
She didn't
I know
glorify
what you're
like
saying.
pass back to Cap. Whereas he is using it as a weapon, where she was not.
To be fair, if you look at let's look at the original Captain America movie just for a minute, because that's what springs to my mind. Like when he pegs that shield, he can bounce it off like 3 or 4 Nazis all at once, and then it comes back to his hand. You know, here we have Sam, and he's pegging it, and it just hits a tree and stops. So I think that's possibly enough to sort of say, hey, yeah, you know, you may be right. Like Sam doesn't have the strength to hit, you know, half a dozen people and then bring it back to his hand. You know, the best he can muster is it gets stuck in a tree, you know, 5 meters away.
Well, memory serves me right too. Didn't Cap have a magnet on his?
I think later he
that
did,
brought the
yeah.
shield back.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's how they did the physics of it. It was not so much that
it's they never really dwelled on it too much. I mean, it's a superhero movie, so I guess they didn't want you to sort of. It's like Spider-Man has web shooters in one film, but they don't sort of show you the schematics in detail. It's just it's a web shooter.
Yeah, they kind of touched on it, like it was never really explicitly, hey, here is a magnet that you can use. Wow, isn't science great? Like there was anything like that. It was just kind of like they alluded to it. I think Stark built it for him actually, and they kind of like that was the reference. It was Stark kind of says something about how's that magnet, and he's like, yeah, it's good.
They use CGI, so it's not actually him throwing it. So I mean, he hasn't trained that much.
Thanks, Ethan.
Ethan, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
All right, next we had after Sam throwing that, we had a couple of shots of people skydiving and Sam following behind them. Bucky confronting Zemo.
Yeah, when he drops the bullets out of the gun.
Yep.
That was a cool moment.
Zemo still has a degree of control over him, you think, maybe?
I think you might.
No, so when memory serves me right, when Bucky became the White Wolf in Wakanda was them signifying that the Winter Soldier was dead.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't. That's one of the reasons why Cap didn't give Bucky the shield over Sam, because he knew that Bucky could still be compromised.
Possibly.
I just thought he gave it to Sam because Sam had been there from the start.
Bucky had been there from the start longer than Sam had.
Yeah, but the difference with Bucky is that
I'm pretty sure
Bucky already kind of has Bucky already has a super arm though. He doesn't need a weapon.
I think
whereas Sam does.
Pretty sure after the Endgame, the writer said it's because Bucky can still be compromised. He's not done with the.
Well, and you said yourself. I mean, if you need super strength to wield it, then Bucky would have been the better choice. So the fact that he didn't means there could have been something else going on. I think, for whatever reason, I think it creates a better storyline and a more interesting hook if the character can still be potentially compromised. I think that creates more drama on the screen. That's all. Yeah, I mean, he should have got fixed up because after Wakanda, they reprogrammed him, and that was the whole point of him going under at the end of Winter Soldier, So that
he only came out of Wakanda
once he'd been made better.
Once he'd been cleaned, he's essentially been what was alluded to is that he has been scrubbed.
Yeah.
Russo said after an Endgame is the thing that we loved exploring about Bucky is he's got a very complicated history. He has a damaged mind. You don't want to hand a very powerful weapon to somebody who's vulnerable like that.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe there's more to it. We'll have to wait until the TV show comes out.
Yep.
Next we got some shots of WandaVision. And a lot of the shots are showing Wanda and Vision in different sitcoms over the ages.
Yes, and that's important to note, is it's not the same era. Yeah. We move from black and we even see Wanda watching Wanda on TV.
Yeah, we have Bachelor Father, The Brady Bunch, Family Ties, Bewitched, and I Love Lucy.
So what's really interesting about this is that the thing that I kind of noticed was that there are 6 specific, outfits, I guess you could say. Not really outfits, but, looks.
And there's 6 episodes.
In the trailer, and there's 6 episodes. So I wonder if each episode is going to be a different style of sitcom, and that's how they're gonna do it.
And also, we get to see Wanda is pregnant in one scene, and then another scene we get to see two cribs in front of Wanda.
And they're both spitting the dummies up, and she's kind of surprised that they've spit the dummy.
Yep, and then we also have a scene on a football field of US agent running in and high-fiving someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They look like a hype man. I did see something I kind of think that it's going to be something in the sense of the US government is continuing what they were doing with Steve Rogers in the 40s, where they were doing the propaganda. And this is kind of
trying to get people behind US agent and not Bucky as the new. I'm sorry, not Sam as the new Captain America.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we ended it with a shot of Loki in what looks like a prison jumpsuit, saying he's going to burn it all to the ground.
Yeah, so the logo on his suit is a big clue as to what the
that's what Lucas will get into when we do.
What I'm alluding to earlier on.
It's a department that deals with time travel.
The time variance authority is what it's called. So we'll get into the speculation of that later and what that entails, but I kind of got a pretty good idea of what the
we're pretty much
story
here,
would
man.
fall-
We're pretty much
it's gonna
here.
be.
So lay it on us, because we're pretty much here.
Hold on, I just noticed one thing with Vision in this. He has the stone still in his head.
Yeah, it's all. We'll get into that.
I never noticed the stone in his head until now.
We'll get into that. I don't know if you want to do a break, Toby, there or something between the two segments.
All right, well, yeah, cool. All right, well, so clean break. We're going to do some speculation, potential spoilers. If you don't want to listen to that, jump on the time code down below to get to find out what's happening next fortnight. But yeah, we're gonna get theorying right now. All right.
Cool. So basically, the Time Variance Authority, I feel like, is going to be introduced in Loki because of the time travel events of Endgame.
Absolutely.
So there's the whole conversation now of like, oh, sweet, now that you've brought time travel in, you can just do time travel whenever you want and fix it. This is going to be the answer to that. This is going to be the hard line, where by writing time travel into Endgame, this is how they write time travel out.
Yes.
They've also talked about Loki's basically going to be time skipping through his series. I feel like he's going to get caught by the Time Variance Authority, and then it's going to basically be him versus them trying to escape from their clutches. So in terms of who Owen Wilson could play, it kind of depends on what role they put him in. I think it would be really fun because memory serves me right, from the Time Variance Authority, they had like cops that were they're basically like beat cops that were clones. They all looked the same. Could you just imagine like 50,000 Owen Wilsons?
Yeah, that works.
Like, it would just be funny as fuck.
Owen Wilson would 100% sign up for a role like that too.
For sure. Like, he takes the piss on himself. So
Yeah.
this would be kind of perfect. Other than that, like, there are a couple other people he could be playing.
Loki.
No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. He could.
Yeah, playing Loki.
If they wanted to bring someone in, depends on if they want to get too confusing with the names. But there was a guy called Mobius who was the guy that basically kept cracking the whip on the Fantastic Four for all their time travel shit. So he could possibly be playing a character like that, where he's like kind of high up in the TVA, which would be cool. But yeah, this Loki show, like, they're only a week or two into filming, and we've already got footage. I'm kind of surprised.
That's why we got that one shot, because it's only been last week.
Yeah. So the beat cops, they're called chrono monitors. That's what they're called.
Right.
I just had to look that up. I couldn't remember what they were called, but yeah, chrono monitors. So he literally, we could just imagine like 50,000 chrono monitors that all look like Owen Wilson. Yeah, amazing.
So Vision and Wanda clearly trapped in some sort of illusion.
Okay, so me and Ethan kind of talked about. Me and Ethan talked about this a lot.
Spoilery.
Yeah, this is spoiler. There was talk. Okay, so Catherine Hahn, who is playing a character in it, she doesn't have a name. However, there's been stuff that's been kind of floating around on Reddit that her name was it Agnes?
Agatha.
Agatha.
Born Aggie, that's short.
So her character in the show is named Agnes, but she's going to be a version of Agatha Harkness, who is a witch from the Salem witch trials, who basically cannot stand that Scarlet Witch is calling herself a witch. So I feel like she's going to time loop Scarlet Witch and drain her power, and she's going to kind of be that. The best thing I can describe it like is there's an episode of Supernatural where Sam and Dean are trapped in like game shows, and it's really funny, and there's this one guy that keeps popping up all the time. Turns out it's Loki, like the Archangel Loki, god of mischief, and he's basically just fucking with them. But I feel like with this, it's going to be Agatha kind of draining Scarlet Witch's powers to bring her back to her most powerful time, which was when around at Salem. She's just been in hiding ever since.
Well, in the comics, Agatha Harkness also mentored Wanda in real magic.
Yes. She did, yes. That is correct.
And Wanda ended up killing her and then went insane.
This is a bit of a real loose, wild curve ball. But just throwing it out there, with the Eternals now, I think they've wrapped filming.
Yeah, they finished.
You know, like we've got, was it Black Knight in there? And so you've got links to the Arthurian stuff. Do you reckon perhaps that Scarlet Witch is instead being influenced by someone from that kind of Arthurian series of comic books?
What I think is happening is Agatha Harkness is sort of got her trapped in in this weird world sort of thing, right? Observing her and her powers, noticing that she calls herself the witch, but her powers aren't actual magic. But she notices there's something more. So she's in there, maybe draining her powers and all that sort of stuff, or trying to control her. But she's also in cahoots with Nightmare. Nightmare's been heavily rumored for the series, and also rumored to be a villain in Doctor Strange 2, which leads into WandaVision leading into Doctor Strange 2 as well.
Yeah. So,
but also a big part of WandaVision is Monica Rambeau, the adult version of her, works for Sword.
Right.
Sword has been seen on set several times, a big Sword base and things like that. So we know Sword's coming. We had a tease of Sword at the end of Captain Marvel with the Skrulls and Nick Fury.
Yeah,
but we're getting more of Sword.
In that base.
Which makes me wonder if Darcy Lewis from Thor has picked up a job working for Sword.
Oh, shit! I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
That's
because,
probably where she's gone. She's like, oh, I know shit about Thor and space and all that sort of shit. I'll come work for Sword.
Yeah, she could be totally like a lead analyst or something for Sword. With Stellan Skarsgård. Obviously,
and then I feel like Randall Park's character will be some guy in the real world who's probably had some calls to like some neighborhood being like, hey, some weird shit's going on here, and he starts snooping around or some shit to play into his comedic stuff from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah,
I was about to say, you got to keep in mind, like, his character from Ant-Man and the Wasp, he's now kind of tied to superheroes.
Yeah.
In the sense of, like, in a very vague sense of, like, he was the guy that was watching Scott Lang on his parole.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's slowly going to start getting roped into that world, and he'll be kind of like the law enforcement character that will associate with the Avengers, even though we kind of had that already with Everett Ross and Martin Freeman. I feel like this is going to be very much a more like a street level type contact that he's going to have.
All right, because we haven't got all the time in the world. Let me redirect here, and we could, because we kind of know what's coming with Disney Plus. Like we've had a they've teased what's coming. We know we're getting, in terms of movies, we've got Eternals, which is finished filming. We've got Black Widow. We know we're getting a Thor 4. We know we're getting a what's the Oriental hero again?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, yep.
Shang-Chi. All the cast are arriving in Melbourne and Sydney now to start filming, probably mid this month.
Yep, and we know we're getting Thor 4. We're more than likely getting Doctor Strange 2, although it's hit a speed bump, but it's still had it.
No, apparently it's still on track. They've only got
track.
Before
Okay. We've got Black Panther 2 is confirmed.
So Black Panther 2 has been officially confirmed for the May 6, 2022 date.
Okay.
So there's gonna be something between Thor, Love and Thunder, and Black Panther. We just don't know what it is yet. It could be possibly Deadpool. Just to kind of get Deadpool back to the... Well, Deadpool previously has had the February date. I'm pretty sure that Captain Marvel might be later, so they may do Captain Marvel either in the...
Captain Marvel will be the November, I reckon.
Yeah, either... Well, I was thinking that it was either going to be maybe the July date.
Oh, they've got 4 movies in fucking 2021, so maybe.
They sure do. But that also, it could be Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man's confirmed for July 16th, 2021.
Oh, shit, next year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they have 4 movies next in 2022.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to sort of throw out there then is, okay, so we know what's coming in the next couple of years, and that's sort of ending more than likely with Blade. And I sort of want to throw out there, based on what we know is coming now, and that, you know, if you look at the big stories that have hit the Marvel comic books over the years, obviously Civil War, Infinity War, and then, you know, Secret Invasion. Like, what other characters and storylines do you think we might see sort of after this current cycle?
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 100% Thunderbolts is coming.
So I'm pretty sure Thunderbolts is going to be spun off from Black Widow.
Yeah. You'll get with Thaddeus Ross being in there. He'll have some to do with what's her name? Florence Pugh's character. I can't think of her name right now. The other Black Widow.
Oh, the Yelena.
Yelena. It'll to do with her. She'll probably lead a Thunderbolts team that'll be composed of her, Ghost from Ant-Man, Emil Blonsky, will probably be back from Incredible Hulk. There's a guy who has a decent track record of being right, and a fucking stellar track record of being right. And one of them is that Thunderbolts are being completely considered, and they're not done with Justin Hammer yet either.
Oh, good. Yes, I like that.
I would say Justin Hammer might end up changing. You might do some stuff for the Thunderbolts. I kind of like the idea that Justin Hammer would team up with the Sinister Six and like make all their suits and stuff for them. I feel like that'll be like a good way to get back at like Iron Man with Spider-Man being like his protege sort of thing. But I doubt that's ever going to happen.
I'll be honest, I think one of the biggest drop balls that Marvel's had has been how they've handled Justin Hammer.
Well, Sam Rockwell said that he'll come back. Marvel calls him, he's back.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially now that he's won an Oscar, they'll capitalize on that too.
To have an actor of his caliber in their back pocket, man, is something that they definitely need to play soon. Not that they need to play it, but like it would just be fun to see him back in the role.
Yeah, well, now that Stark's out of the picture, I mean, it's time for him to steal the limelight, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure, this is kind of the perfect time to start elevating Justin Hammer.
Maybe because you've got Black Panthers open up the technology to the rest of the world, so maybe they might be doing some stuff for people instead.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, we're probably going to get Fantastic Four sometime soon.
Yep. Do you think? Okay, but what about lesser known? Because I got a feeling, for instance, like with the Blade movie coming out, I got a funny feeling the Blade movie is going to be kind of like the Marvel TV shows, in so much that it's going to happen in the MCU and it might reference things, but I'm not expecting the crossover that you would get from other Marvel films.
I feel like we're going to see Blade first and Doctor Strange too, if anything.
Okay.
Or we'll see him in Moon Knight. We'll see him in either one of those two as introduction before his movie, I reckon.
I think...
And the reason I said it is because I think it then leads to the possibility of there being, like Shang-Chi and others. I think you can start doing Marvel movies that are in the MCU, but they're just not directly linked to the Infinity War or whatever major event is happening at the time, so that you can just focus on that character.
Yeah, the only thing that they have to do is they have to now somehow feed vampires into the universe.
Yeah, I mean, Moon Knight's going to have Werewolf by Night as a main character.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be the main villain. Werewolf by Night will be the main villain of the Moon Knight series.
Oh, so Moon Knight, sorry, I thought you were talking about Blade for a second there, and I was like, really?
No, about Moon Knight. So that's already feeding in that sort of stuff into the...
To be fair, I mean, we're speculating here.
Some shit.
We're doing some heavy speculating here. With the fact that we now know that Eternals is set after Infinity War, like that's been confirmed.
I saw. Sorry, I did see a cool theory.
But what if when we ripped all these time stones out of their dimension and then we went kind of put it all back, what if something fucked up and we started smashing dimensions into each other? What if there's transference?
Yeah. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. Some shit's probably going to bleed through from the different multiverses.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's what's going to have to happen. I think like the MCU is even mentioned, directly for true or false in Spider-Man: Far From Home that there's multiple dimensions, multiple Marvel dimensions.
It's mentioned in the first Doctor Strange is a multiverse.
Right, yeah, but I mean, it even...
So the multiverse is confirmed in Doctor Strange, however, their first kind of major
reference
hint to that people could cross over was Far FromOme when they said the Mysterio.
Even though it was fake.
It wasn't real,
I know, but it's named,
so it wasn't
though.
real, but however, they've basically said that, this could be a thing that happens.
Yeah, they've put the idea in people's heads. And all I'm thinking is, if you're going to bring in vampires, and you're going to bring in werewolves, and you want to bring in mutants, and you want to bring in heroes that, have probably already been around for a while doing their own thing, and then all of a sudden, oh, surprise, we're here. You need to have a plausible explanation for it, and if they're going to do time travel, then why not dimensions colliding, really?
Well, yeah, I'll say that's completely what WandaVision and Doctor Strange will lead in.
That'll be what Multiverse of Madness is going to be. It's going to be essentially tidying up the multiverses.
And we're also supposed to apparently get different versions of current heroes as well, due to rumors. So we get different versions of current heroes in there as well.
Miles on the big screen.
Man, don't get my hopes up.
That would be cool. That would be cool, but I don't
think Sony would let them do it in that.
Yeah, I think Sony would want to save that for.
If they did that, I would come in my pants in the cinema, but that's not going to happen.
Second time. All right, so okay, because we are running out of time, what smaller heroes or heroes that, that are not, like, say, X-Men or Fantastic Four, what smaller heroes would you like to see on the big screen?
Red Hulk.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd love to see Red Hulk. I'll tell you what.
Purely only because I want Red Hulk to get fucking Ghost Rider and fucking Venom all in one and combined. That's all I ever want to see in life. I know it's not going to happen, but...
I'll be honest, like, a lot of the characters I want to see either exist already or they're coming. Like, Moon Knight was something I could never have dreamed I would ever see, and that's coming. She-Hulk is another one that I was really excited for because it would be interesting to see her, like, do the courtroom stuff. Like, 100% lean into courtroom drama, except she beats the shit out of everything. Like, that could be really funny and a really interesting take. Kamala Khan, seeing her kind of come in is going to be really cool too. So, like, a lot of the characters that I want to see are either already in the universe or they're coming. Winter Soldier was something I wanted to see. Like, I was so excited when they were like, we're going to do a Winter Soldier movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, yes, please. That would be amazing. And it was amazing. So, kind of like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I would want to see, but that's only because everything that I've wanted has either been done or is coming.
Yeah. For me, I know there was rumors. I would really like to see a Captain Britain.
Captain Britain was supposed... Well, the Captain Britain rumors were for Far From Home.
Yeah.
And that never happened, which is unfortunate. I thought that would be really cool.
Yeah. But we'll see. Never say never.
It's... who did you say you wanted as Captain Britain? I can't remember.
Oh.
We were talking about it a while ago, and you were like, there was someone you specifically wanted for Captain Britain.
Jason Statham.
No.
Jason Statham.
Oh my god! Could you imagine?
Well, you could probably do Henry Cavill, really.
Henry Cavill would be great.
I mean, he's British and he's got the physique.
Yeah, it would be cool. Something. So again, we've kind of like had allusions to it. I'd love to see an A-Force movie. I think A-Force would be really fun.
It's gonna take a while to get that though.
Done as a full film. Well, it sounds like everyone's on board. It's just a matter of, sounds like getting people to write a script and put it together and then scheduling everything. But, I mean, put Captain Marvel at the front of an A-Force movie. You'd have, Yelena? You could possibly...
She-Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk. Like, there's a multitude of women you could...
Medusa. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Humans aren't in this.
Oh no. Shuri as well. Like, you could totally have Shuri involved.
Get the Guardians in there.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to have a reason for the Guardians to be on Earth to begin with. But yeah, like having Gamora and Nebula in there would be really cool, just because Gamora and Nebula.
Valkyrie, she's in Norway.
Yeah, Valkyrie. There's a heap of characters you could pull from. By that point, they're going to have Natalie Portman as Thor, so she could totally be in it. Like.
Do you think, and being that if you consider we had, a Daredevil movie, an Elektra movie, and then we had the Netflix Daredevil series, Daredevil's a fairly significant Marvel character in New York. Do you think that Disney Marvel will pick up the character and do something with it again?
Yes, soft reboots.
Yeah.
I think
so there has been rumblings that apparently the Netflix stuff has returned to Marvel. They don't have to wait there 3 years.
Yeah,
Marvel already has control of it now.
So wasn't that confirmed though that Netflix gave it up?
It's rumored.
It wasn't a matter.
It's from the same source that said that Marvel bought the Hulk and Namor rights off of Universal, because Namor is heavily rumored to be in Eternals.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would be a big one because Namor was one of the first Marvel heroes.
He's going to be in Eternals as a young kid.
Right.
So, but set in the past a little bit.
Well, yeah, that movie's spanning millennia, so...
Yeah. He's apparently supposed to be a kid in the movie who says his dad got killed by a giant sea creature.
Right, so they're not going to name him outright like they did with who would become Peter Parker in Iron Man 2.
He's going to be in a scene where he's like, oh, my dad was killed by a giant sea creature, and then probably a post-credit scene will allude to him being older. You'll see him older as Namor or some shit. Because I would probably guess that maybe they might make them some offshoot of the Eternals or something like that.
I've started watching the original Daredevil on Netflix again, and that's such a good series. But I was just sort of thinking... No, the series, yeah. And I was just thinking, like, if the shows had continued and if there had been more cross-pollination, I'm certain that...
you could have had some really cool moments with those characters in the movies.
Yeah,
for sure.
you know that in Avengers Endgame, when Hawkeye was going fucking rogue, that Punisher would have been there with him. Absolutely.
But,
tour around the world killing the bad guys. Like, fuck yeah, he would have been there.
Yeah.
And just keeping, like, New York clean and considering how the Avengers really broke down because they lost so many of them and were... Spider-Man's gone and all this sort of stuff. I think it would have been just the perfect time for those characters to pick up the slack and really be the defenders and look after New York. Anyway, not to be.
Yeah.
Not to be.
I also feel like Namor's not going to get his own solo movie purely because of Aquaman. I feel like Namor will be the sort of person who appears in some movies or some series every now and then. He's not going to get his own thing because... then Marvel will just get accused of copying DC for just those general movie audiences who don't know any better. So I feel like they'll stay away from doing a full-blown Namor movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, well, we better wrap it up because we could go on forever, as we do, especially with Marvel speculation. But it's good to know. When do we get the first TV show, Ethan, on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus. Falcon Winter Soldier is September.
September, so still a while away.
Which means WandaVision will probably drop, I would say, in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think we talked about it, but they moved WandaVision up. It was supposed to be out just before Multiverse of Madness. Like, the last episode of that seeming like was going to tie into Multiverse of Madness, but looks like they might be giving it time to breathe. So, at this point, I think they've still got Falcon and Winter Soldier advertised for fall, which is September, October, November. And then, yes, our WandaVision is going to be before the end of 2020.
All right, so while Ethan pulls up some lists of what's coming out in the next fortnight, just quickly, I finished watching Treadstone on Amazon Prime, the Jason Bourne style thing, although the character of Jason Bourne is not mentioned once in the entire season. It's not bad. It tries to do the chases and the fight scenes that the movies do, and it does okay, but you can tell they obviously had a much smaller budget, that it's not... It's a pale comparison to the movies. Overall, not bad. 6.5, 7 out of 10. If you've got nothing else on, you want some spy stuff. But it doesn't really tie into the Jason Bourne movies in any meaningful way, and you're certainly not missing out on anything there. I've still got to watch Das Boot. It's sitting there for me to watch, and I've still got to watch Man in the High Castle season 4. That's probably next on my to-watch list. How about you guys? You caught up with anything recently?
What did I watch? I have...
Skyline 3.
I watched The Last Witch Hunter.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Vin
Is
Diesel?
that the Nick Cage one?
Nah, Vin Diesel.
No, you're thinking of The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
No.
It's Vin Diesel.
Seasons of the Witch?
Oh, Season of the Witch. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
No, it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any TV shows lately. Nothing.
No? Okay. No? Okay, how about you,
So last Friday was the finale of The Good Place, and I am emotionally crippled and life is meaningless now, and I hate everything. Definitely, that's a show I recommend. The first season is fantastic, and it's probably one of the best first seasons of television I think I've ever seen. Definitely a show I would recommend watching the whole way through, especially now that it's over. All 4 seasons are on Netflix. Definitely worth watching.
All right, Ethan, slap us down with what's happening in the next fortnight.
All right, so this Thursday we've got Birds of Prey.
The movie. Yep. That's
Next week,
getting tipped to make some money too.
Yep. We got Sonic the Hedgehog is next week.
Oh shit!
And Fantasy Island is next week as well.
Yeah, that I'm hearing the other side of things I'm hearing that because they tried to keep it PG, it's really impacted the movie.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'd heard. They're trying to keep it PG-13, and apparently it's had a negative impact on the film. That's just what I've heard.
That's super disappointing because that looks really good.
Yeah.
Following on to Netflix coming out in this next week. Lock and Key is out this Friday. Netflix, the TV show.
Yes. That
Horse Girl, starring Alison Brie, which looks really fucking weird, is out this Friday.
Sorry, is that Horse Girl?
Yeah.
Man, that movie looks fucking weird.
Yeah, and I think that's it really in this next fortnight.
All right. That's pretty cool. Alright, still, there's plenty there to keep you going. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 TV shows there.
I mean,
So-
and if you run out of stuff to watch, Skyline 2 is on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. It is.
Nope.
And there's no werewolves in it.
No, and Shrek is also on there too. So if you feel like watching Shrek 1 and 2, they're on there as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's just got them on loop. Like, indefinite loop. They're always on when you go over there. Like, it's just permanent Shrek.
That's just, how I go.
That's how you go. Alright, we'll be back next fortnight. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. Huge thank you to our Patreon supporters who help make this podcast possible. Go and watch yourself some TV shows and movies. And if you've got something to say, let us know. Put a comment somewhere. We're all over the place.
Tell me about how much you love Skyline.
Tell Ethan how much you love Skyline. Exactly. Leave it in the comments below. We'll be back next fortnight. Until then, look after yourself. Catch you then.